How's it going, guys? So I know I did my last gamer tour back in November. Since then, I've added a lot of awesome stuff to my collection. I've changed up this room quite a bit. If you guys want to stay tuned, you can check out my game room tour. So very similar to how I had it set up before, I have all my NES games up top, followed by my Super Nintendo games, which take up another 2 rows. Then my N64 games below, starting on the left side, and then as well as my GameCube games. What I really did differently with this is that I added about 2 more shelves along this wall just so I can expand my collection instead of trying to, let's say if this is an extra cartridge I just took home, I was sliding it up here and it was just making it look like a complete mess. I'm able to add about, I think, a few hundred more games, hopefully, to this setup. So as I'm trying to expand, I can just take whatever's on the shelf down here in the first 2 rows and just pull it out, box it up, and just store it somewhere. What I have in this wall now differently is I have some box PC games in the far corner. I have my handhelds, I have some of my DS games, some of my box games, amiibos, and just a few other odds and ends I find pretty cool. I just really wanted room to expand because I was running out of room. This shelf was entirely full of NES games, Super Nintendo games, N64 games, as well as Genesis games below. But I was really happy I was able to just keep nothing here. The only stuff here now is just Nintendo. Yes, you'll see a box PlayStation 1 up there in the corner. That's because I ran out of room, but hopefully I can shift that around to kind of put it elsewhere. So a question I'm frequently asked is, what kind of shelves do I use? So these shelves right here are actually very, very inexpensive. They're about $28. You can actually get them at Walmart. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check them out and see if your local store has them. The reason I really like going with these is because how much you can change them up. Like, these hold an NES cartridge perfect, as well as Super Nintendo, N64, Genesis, and everything. These are the only shelves I use in this room. They do add up quick. I think I have 5 on that side, and I think 7 up here right now. So 28 times 12, it does add up to be a few $100s there for shelving. But I've had these things for almost a year now. They're super durable. I just really like the way they look, and I'm very pleased with them. So over here is where I keep everything for Sony, Sega, and Microsoft consoles. To my right over here, I have all my Master System games. They just look really cool. I'm super happy to start collecting for them. It's something that a lot of people tend to not get into, but they're definitely missing out because there is so many awesome Master System games out there. Along here, I have all my Genesis titles. I tend to keep my sports games and boxed games on the bottom because the boxes tend to crush, and it's just something that, unless you have a box that's in really good shape, they can be an eyesore. Up top here, I have my Nomad because I think it's such a really cool looking item. I was looking for one for so long, and I was able to finally add one to my collection this year. Also, I have my box set consoles. I have another one to put up there. That's going to be happening in a pickup video soon. A few of my PlayStation consoles, my Power Base converter, my Master System. Over here, I also have the Xbox One consoles, my Dreamcast and 360. I just really wanted to keep this room, this side of my room, just strictly for anything non-Nintendo related. I don't think I've snuck anything in that was Nintendo related, but it's just it was really cool to finally be able to separate everything because before everything was on the bottom and it just looked like a complete mess. If you guys don't know, I am about 1,800, maybe 1,900, even more games into my collection. I added about 50 to 70 games last week. I completely lost count. So I actually maybe even closing in on the 2,000 game mark right now, which is a huge milestone I never expected to hit. So up top here, I have my very few Sega CD games, but I do have some pretty cool ones like Popful Mail. I have Lunar. Sonic CD is always really fun to play. And then a handful of the Sega Saturn games that I actually do enjoy. I've been on this kick of Rayman and as well as Street Fighter Alpha 2 lately on the Sega Saturn. Some of the games I also keep below are some I lose Genesis cartridges. I tend to never collect for Genesis unless it is complete in-box items. But these are all games I've had for pretty much, I think, I haven't added any loose games in almost 2 years. So those I've just had pretty much since I started collecting. I have a very, very small Dreamcast set, and there's probably a few loose Sega Saturn and Sega CD games mixed in there. Up top here, I have 2 rows of PlayStation 1 games, as well as a small row that's going to be starting soon. Some of my PS2 games, my long box PlayStation, and down there below you can't see, but I keep all my Xbox, PS2, and 360 games. Alright guys, so the one thing I did differently this time is that I mounted my TV. The reason I did that is because before, with a TV stand, the TV is really short. Whenever I had a console in front of it or anything, it would not connect obviously with the remote because of the interference between. So this time I just mounted it. I had put some pretty cool amiibos I've had sitting around. Like, I was done with that amiibo phase. I sold off so many of them and just kept a few. I mean, I can't say a few because there's quite a few here. But I'm able to keep consoles on top, keep it much more organized. I have every little cube right here filled with games, and what I did actually was with my old desk setup, I changed that up. You guys see that in the next clip. But I basically just reused a portion of my desk to kind of make a TV shelf. Thanks IKEA, you can pretty much do anything you want, whatever your imagination expands to. I have my PS2 set up, my Xbox 360, my Wii, regular Xbox. I have my NES, my Dreamcast, Saturn, Sega CD, Sega Genesis, N64, my Retron, Master System, and TurboGrafx. No, nothing is set up right now except for the Retron and the PS2 because I've been really busy and I have not been playing much games. The only game I really have been playing right now is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. But the one thing that my room really lacked before was like artwork or pictures on the wall. So what I do is I actually got some free frames for my job, and I was able to put some pretty cool posters inside. Like I have the Night Planet Power poster up here. Up here you can't really see, but I have an Animal Crossing poster. And over here, that's not what's really hard to see, is the Angry Video Game Nerd poster I got from when I went to PAX. I did actually get to see that at a theater, which was a really cool experience. I am super pleased with how this looks now. The room just looks so much more appealing having this decluttered, not on like an old broken down shelf. It's just super organized. You guys will be able to see everything. I actually do have some LED lights behind it. You can't really see because it's pretty dark out, or sorry, pretty light in here. But I just thought it'd be cool to add some little LED lights behind it. You guys may be able to see a little hue over here, but when it's completely dark in here, it actually does look pretty cool. And you guys may ask, what is this clutter I have right here? That's where I keep all my new stuff. When I do pickup videos, I want to keep it all separated, so I'm not putting stuff away, then pulling it off after. I just want to keep everything over here nice and clean. Yes, you can see a little clip of a Genesis I recently got. You actually may see that before this video comes out. I'm not 100% sure yet. So this is my PC setup right here. It's nothing too crazy. I do have a gaming computer, as well as I do run two 24-inch monitors. This one on the left-hand side is a 144Hz monitor, so I use that for gaming. The right side one is just a plain 60Hz monitor. I use that from streaming, and I need to know what's going on Twitch, or if I'm on Facebook, or YouTube, or Spotify, or whatever it is I'm using to listen to music. It's just nice to be able to see what's going on. I don't use this thing for editing at all. I actually use a MacBook for all my editing. I always keep an Xbox One controller up there, but since I got quite a few this year, I'm always cycling through with them. I'm using whatever it's called, the Dawn Shadow one right now. It's a pretty cool setup. I'll make a video on that soon as to what my current rig is. Over here to the left you can't really see, but I have this little 6 cubby thing, which is great to keep stuff like camera products, cleaning equipment, any extra cables, wires, battery chargers, and things like that, so I can keep everything nice and organized. Now this is something I highly recommend for anyone. It may not seem like much, but obviously it's just a plain dry erase / cork board. The reason I have one of these is because I tend to forget about everything as soon as it happens. So if I have an idea for any YouTube video, I'll jot it down no matter where I am, put it in my pocket, come home, put an index card, and I'll throw it right up here. It just helps me keep track of everything, kind of put dates next to things as to, when I should start recording, when I need to have it posted, and anything like that. On the dry erase board, I set myself goals for this year. If you haven't watched my goals video, I'll put a link above. I set myself some goals within my collection for like NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Master System. So whenever I add something new to my collection, I fill in the graph a little bit. And then up here I keep, I have a flyer for a convention I'm going to be going to in, next month, as well as convention information for the following months, which is, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's some pretty cool announcements happening. Just keep a little thing of dry erase markers as well as an eraser. And then up here I keep my little YouTube card / business card. I just give out to people if they want to know what my channel is about. Sometimes I may not have time to completely talk about it and get into it because I get a little excited and just keep rambling on. So I just give them this, tell them what I do generally, and if they go home, they have something to look at, and then they can go hop on their computer and subscribe and watch some videos. So I really hope you guys liked my game room tour. It's obviously not as long as my last one, but you guys can hopefully see how much effort I kind of put into, repainting the room, reorganizing it, and trying to make this a better experience, also kind of making like a YouTube studio so it can be more appealing to you guys. Previous to this, like I said, I had shelves along the tops of the walls, or sides of the walls, that were just filled with clutter and stuff that just wasn't game related or with extra mail or something stupid. I really just wanted to make this room clean, organized, so you guys can, see how my collection expands over time. What I'll do, very similar to the last video as well, is I will put clips along the way so you guys can see what's going on, and a few clips after I'll be walking around the room so you can see, you know, more into detail of what I have. If you guys are curious about anything I do have in my collection, please feel free to leave a comment below, ask me questions about it, tell me what you like about it, and give me your opinion as to how it looks now in comparison. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do that, and if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week hunting.